And there are hundreds of variations to this dish. We're going to show you how we make chicken pizzaiola,
which is very juicy, super delicious, and extremely easy to make.
And we're starting out with 6 beautiful chicken breasts. You could cut them into cutlets or pound them out thinner if you so want to, but we actually prefer them like this because they tend to be more juicy when you cook them whole like this. Very simple. We're going to give them some salt and pepper. Generous amount of salt and pepper because they are thick, these ones, and a good round of freshly cracked black pepper. There we are. And then we're going to flip them over and give them the same treatment on the other side. And when that's done, it's straight up with a pan. We're going to start it up here on not too high, I would say medium, and give it a glog of some kind of neutral high smoke point oil, avocado, sunflower, what you have around in the house. Just don't use olive oil. That won't work well with this. And then we're going to take our chicken breasts here and just dredge them a little bit in flour. That will help on the browning actually. So we're just doing this. And then we're getting them on the pan. Start browning them up. We want to get a good sear on these. We are not cooking them. We just want them to brown up nicely. And then they will cook the rest of it in the sauce later. There we are. Crank it up a little bit. And now we're just going to sear these. And I'll show you to what point we want to take them. We want a good brown sear on these. So see you in a couple of minutes. And when we have a nice brown sear on them, as you can see here, we give them a flip over and give them the same treatment on the other side. And we want them to be fairly brown here, because there's a lot of flavor out of this in the fond we're building up in the bottom of the pan. Let these get brown, and then we'll show you the next steps. And when everything is nice and golden brown, then we're going to take them out. And yes, I'm using the same pan because we are not finished cooking them yet, so you don't have to waste a clean one. You might as well just use the same because this will cook already finished in the sauce. So to save on your dishwashing, then use the same. And they are far away from being ready, but they will cook in the oven later. And then we're going to go in with 3 bell peppers, green bell peppers cut into batons like this. Into the pan they go. And by the way, if you like the videos, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, throw a comment. That helps our channel grow so we can make content for you. Now we're going to let this soften up. They will need, and by the way, if you see here, all that beautiful fond here in the bottom of the pan, that we're going to lift up in a little bit, but let the peppers sweat. So see you in a couple of minutes. And when our peppers, they are sort of half softened, not totally cooked yet, we make space here in the middle, as we have done so many times before. And then we're going to do, I would say, 3 cloves of garlic minced into the center here, like that. We get a teaspoon. There we go. And we just want to let them get fragrant. If I can catch it. There we are. And that takes usually 30 seconds, something like that. So just give them a little mix here. And then next to them, I'm going to put in a bit of tomato paste because you want to cook that out also. So just a couple of tablespoons. Don't have to measure precisely on this. Just get some tomato paste in and then cook that out a little bit. And then a teaspoon and a half of red chili flakes, just for a little bit added heat to this. You can take them out if you don't like spicy things, but I like a little bit of heat in this.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things.
That smells good right now.
Yeah, it does already. The green peppers also smell good when they are cooking.
And the garlic with the tomato paste.
So, and mix it in when the garlic starts really smelling in the air so you don't burn it. And then create space there where we have all the fond. And we're going to go in with some vermouth martini, fortified wine. You can do it with white wine. The only difference is this is shelf stable, so you can have it on your shelf. You don't have to Of course, that was idiotic, because if I use white wine, then I could drink the rest after. I should have thought of that.
You drink it anyway, so.
And now just help with your spatula to get the fond out of the bottom, so we get that flavor into our sauce. I could feel the chili flakes there.
Of course.
That's nice.
I can feel them here even.
Yeah, and you're far away. And see that cleaned up nicely. So now we have a clean pan, and then we can go straight ahead with 3 cans of, this is not crushed, this is milled San Marzano tomatoes. You can use 2 to 3 cans depending, but you don't want to have too much here. You want to have room so the chicken sticks out on top. That's kind of important for this dish. Mix it all nice in. And the final things that we're gonna do, while we let this simmer, give it a pinch of salt. We will taste it at the end just to make sure that it's not too salty or anything, but it needs some salt to combine the flavors. And then fresh basil, leaves of fresh basil, I don't know how many.
Many.
Many. Well, that's the flavor you want here. You want basil in this. It's basically a very simple pizza sauce that we're going to cook.
Like that
chicken in.
Napolitana that we normally
Something like
make.
that. Yeah, it's like...
Just with chicken in and not the dough.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually derived from a dish called steak pizzaiola, just made with chicken instead. And I'm not sure this is very Italian, actually. I think it's an American-Italian dish, but I don't care.
I've never tried it, so I'm looking forward to see.
There we are. And then 2 tablespoons of nice oregano. And that's it. Now we just mix all this in and let it simmer for 5-7 minutes just to combine the flavors a bit before we reintroduce our chicken. So give me 5. Well, this has been simmering for a good 10 minutes and filling our kitchen with a fantastic smell. I mean, the basil is just amazing. But let me just taste it for salt before we reintroduce our meat. Pinch of salt.
Of course.
Ooh, nice. A little bit of heat from the chili, not too much. Don't worry, camera wife of mine. I'm not trying to kill you.
Maybe.
No, I'm not. And now it's simply a question. Take down the temperature here. Come back with our nice, beautiful chicken. And then we're going to nestle them on top here. We're not going to press them down to submerge them like crazy. We want them on top of the sauce.
Half in, half out, basically.
Exactly. Half out. About that, yeah. And they fit nicely now. They firmed up a little bit after we cooked them, because in the beginning they were a little bit...
Crumb.
But it's the biggest pan that fits in my oven, so they're small still, actually. That's what I can. I don't have any other option. I'm a little bit constricted there. Fresh mozzarella. That's important, because that's the cheesiness you want on top of these. And for 6 breasts, you need 2 of these balls of fresh mozzarella.
Actually, it looks like a nice dish when you have guests over.
Yeah. And you can actually,
Impressive
and you can serve it a little bit rustic, with the pan in the middle of the table, so you can. Yeah. That's.
I can see that working. Yeah.
Exactly. Just a little bit of basil on top to merge with the cheese when it goes in the oven. Just a little bit. Because anyway, I love basil.
Yeah, who doesn't? It's fantastic.
Ooh, on carpaccio.
Yeah.
So basically what's left is preheated oven, 180 degrees, and then we're gonna stuff this in for probably 15 to 20 minutes until the breast, they register 67, 68 degrees. That's what we're gonna do. So in the oven it goes. There we are. Close it up, and we will check it on temperature, but they're 68, so see you in about 20. Well, it took almost 30 minutes, but we just checked the temperature and we're registering there 68, 69, as I said, and it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Let me get this out without spilling. That's a challenge. But look at that. Look at that. Brown cheese, beautiful chicken, and a nice red sauce. This is gonna be good. Let it cool down to good eating temperature, and then we're plating up so we can taste. Well, that just looks amazing. I mean, it really came out actually better than I expected and better than we've tried before.
That's what I was
Perfect.
thinking, much better than anticipated.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But let's see how we did on the chicken first. That's always a thing. Oh, I mean, the cheese is... Well, I know this is hard to show on camera, but this is just juicy chicken. I mean, it's really fantastic. And then we made some penne that we just tossed in olive oil and freshly grated Parmesan. A fantastic side dish. You can do polenta, you can do mashed potatoes, you can do whatever you want here. But right now, it's all about the sauce and the chicken. So green pepper, mozzarella, sauce, chicken, perfect bite. That is beauty in simplicity. There is basically tomato, basil, oregano, and salt, pepper, and that's it. And it's absolutely fantastic. Perfect with a little bit of heat in the background from the chili peppers. I mean, you really have to make this. It's not...
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. This is like, it's so easy. I mean, if you're not shooting it on video like we did today, you can make this in less than an hour. I mean, it's perfect. Give it a try. Trust me, you're gonna love it.